Hello, welcome to today's video. Welcome back to Startup Idea Challenge. After last week's episode got posted, had a little bit of interaction with the folks at Idea Browser, and super exciting, super awesome what they're up to and what they have going on. Today's challenge was emailed out 6 days ago on Monday, August 3rd. I saw this idea and I was like, that's it. That's the next one. For sure, that's the one that we're doing. I think that got emailed out even before the video went live, last week's video, with the agent ready system for independent restaurants. So if you missed that one, go back and check that one out. That one was a lot of fun. That was the first one that we did. So today we're doing episode number 2, challenge number 2, and here it is. So the data at the beginning of the last week I tried to go to the database and look up an old idea, not realizing that if I was checking my inbox effectively, I would have found that I can access the full ideas that I've been receiving in my email. But I wasn't subscribed at the time for the older one that we did last week. So this week I do have the full breakdown of the description of the idea. So just really quick, what we have here from the email is people are searching for friends. And then if we zoom in here, or at least enlarge the images, the search traffic for where to make friends from 2019 to 2024 increasing, how to meet people from 2019 to 2024 increasing, meet new people, feel lonely, fewer places to relax and socialize, U.S. establishments per 100,000 people. So this is literally how many places you have that you can go to. Bars and nightclubs from 2001 to 2025 dropping. Bowling alleys, marinas, movie theaters. People want connection. I definitely feel that. So what is a possible solution? What is a startup idea that addresses the concern, that resolves the issue? And so the idea this week is the Hyrox of Run Clubs, a race league platform for local run clubs. Hyrox runs the exact same race in every city. It went from 650 racers in 2018 to 1.5 million this year. That's about 225 million a year. That's massive growth. It reminds me of HIIT gyms, HIIT, high intensity interval training. When those gyms with the daily workout of the day, daily workouts, that was a big trend, and so this is the current big trend. I see a lot of this in the fitness space, but it's a little bit intimidating. I haven't tried a Hyrox workout. I haven't participated in any of that yet. But something that is a little more accessible, a little more casual, a little more of an appropriate place just to meet people is run clubs. Very popular. And so here is the product. Running clubs get the same course map measured to the meter. Clubs get the clock and the race numbers too. Hosting takes one person and one evening. So that's the product, that's the build. And then of course there's a results leaderboard. A 24-minute 11-second run in Denver ranks against a 24-minute 11-second run in Dublin. Updates overnight. There are club winners and individual winners, so cities compete against other cities. The offer, $8 ahead at sign up. The host club keeps half. 20 runners on a weeknight pays the club $80 for an evening it used to run for free. 200 clubs, 2 nights a month, 30 runners each, brings in about $575,000 a year. Awesome. Love it. Let's build it. Step 1, because I'm not familiar with Hyrox and how their leaderboard setup or anything works, I'm going to have Grok do some research on that for me. So I'm just going to copy this prompt here. The images probably won't work. I've opened up a new folder, new directory specifically for this startup idea challenge. We're going to try to do this in 25 minutes. I'm going to start the timer. There we go. And here we go. Hey Grok, here is our next challenge in our startup idea challenge video series. The idea centers around a run club with a leaderboard, as you can see in the email content pasted above. Please spawn as many sub-agents as you need to do some research on how the Hyrox system is built. I am totally unfamiliar with that system and leaderboard. So to achieve this build, we will need you and your sub-agents to do some research. Like last time, please ask me any and all questions you have before we start building anything. Like last time, we will assume that we are only building an MVP, so no actual database needs to be wired up, and we will just build a web app so that we can run a local server and demo the MVP in a browser pointed at localhost. What else? Anything else? I think that's about it. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. And I got some feedback from last time. We're going to put this window away now because we're done with it, I think. Start with one club and one course, put the times somewhere public, and challenge other cities to start rivals. Sell the same kit to cycling, swimming, and rowing clubs. That's cool. There's a lot of cycling out there. Aim for 10 clubs in one city. Cycling might even be easier. There's kind of the expectation when you're cycling that your start and end point are not necessarily going to be what makes sense. Grok has spawned 3 sub-agents, researching run clubs and comps, researching Hyrox leaderboards, and researching Hyrox race formats. Awesome. Cycling almost fits this idea better because you're not as constrained on maps. I feel like that might be an issue as we continue on, because you want to be able to have, for example, a 5K run is, from my experience, a 5K run is kind of like the baseline. When you start running, like what's the first objective, what's the first milestone to achieve when you start running, and that distance, there isn't really a good tool to figure out that I'm aware of, like a local 5K that you could run, like planning that route. If that tool exists, awesome. Please put it in the comments below. I'd love to see it. But as far as I know, I'm not aware of one. Unless you go to, you get permission to use like a track, like a high school's track. That would be a way to get around that. But we will close this one here. Per race, data from run signups 2026 mid-year race trends shows per race participation grew 5.9% in the first half of 2026, up from 5% across 2025. Almost all of them are free to join. Whoever plans the route works for free. One company found a fix. Hyrox. Very cool. Research is in. Here's a concise Hyrox brief, then the questions I need answered before we build the circuit MVP. Oh yeah, right. Circuit. That was recommended in here somewhere, wasn't it? Oh yeah, call it circuit. A race kit any club can rent, run the same way in Denver and Dublin. Results travel, so a season table means something. Call it circuit. I can see the brand. Someone build it and send it to me. Building right now. We will send it to you. So there we go. All right, what do we got here? Okay, the Hyrox system in one sentence, same race, every city, 8 times 1 kilometer runs alternating with 8 fixed workout stations. So finish time becomes a portable identity. I'm a 128 open and feeds global leaderboards and world championships. Race format, the product. Pieces, structure, stations, venue, divisions, growth, detail, run 1 kilometer, a station, run 1 kilometer, a station, times 8. Stations, we don't really care about that, we're not copying that. Venue, usually large indoor halls, so layout, climate, and spectating are repeatable. Divisions, sure. Growth, right, huge growth. Why it beats CrossFit as a comparison. CrossFit changes the workout. Hyrox never does. Trainability plus comparability is the moat. That's why running is a good option for this concept. Leaderboard system. What makes rankings matter? Hyrox does not have one simple leaderboard. It has layered scopes. Event leaderboard, place and division, plus age group that weekend. Athlete detail, all-time ranking, season and elite ladder, psychologically load-bearing patterns, multiple ladders, mid-pack overall, can still podium in age group. Portable personal record. My Hyrox time works in Denver and Dublin. Splits as diagnosis. Okay, interesting. UX lesson for circuit. Always label scope clearly. At Denver circuit, open men versus season overall. Ambiguous ranks are Hyrox's biggest community pain. Ambiguous ranks. Interesting. Closest analogs for our idea. It's not my idea. Analog. Hyrox. Identical. Oh, okay. Identical format. Park run. Portable runner ID. Volunteer light ops. Weekly ritual. What not to copy. Free only. Recently de-emphasized public competition. US ATF local Grand Prix. Club versus club scoring. High friction membership gate. Alley Cat. Phone pop-up races for clubs. Pure tooling without league IP and revenue share. That sounds like fun. I didn't know about that. White space described, standardized, competitive, portable, club hosted, 50-50 split. Nobody fully owns that. Market backdrop for race participation, increasing. Average 5K is 34, so 8 sits well under normal race fee while still paying the host. What this implies for an MVP web app. For demo only, no real database, circuit MVP, Hyrox maps cleanly to standardized course with fixed distance, event results, traveling times, club rivalry, host economics, portable identity, athlete profile with race history and PRs. Questions before we build anything, please? All right, here we go. This is a bit of a different format from last time. We've got numbered headers and then numbered questions. I've not seen that before. The spec calls for the name circuit, so let's run with it. Get it? Run with it. Number 2, tagline tone. Pure Race League or Hyrox Energy for Run Clubs called out explicitly. No, we don't want to run into any copyright issues. Don't mention competitors. Pure Race League. 3. Is a demo for a video series? Yes. Video series. As if we were going to pitch this to investors. Distance format for V1, measured 5K only, fixed distance, optional second format, something more Hyrox like, simple stations. Let's just do the basics. Let's start with just 5K, 10K, half. Oops. half marathon, and full marathon. Those should be enough for a demo. We could do other distances. We could get fancy with it, but I think that's a good start. One global course definition, same map distance rules, or each club has a named certified course that results attached to. Excellent question. A related question is, how do we handle elevation? That needs to be a consideration, particularly for longer courses. Is it possible to set a differential or to use runner data to evaluate I don't know, a handicap for a course based on elevation changes? Let's hash this out a bit more. So sometimes when I'm working in this way where I ask Grok to ask me questions, if I answer back with a question, after I've answered all of the other numbers at the bottom, I'm going to say, I'm going to tell Grok, I've answered some of your questions with a question. Please read my responses, and then we'll wrap up any outstanding questions. So we've got to make sure we do that when we get to the bottom here. Outdoor weeknight club race, idea brief, or indoor/other. I think we want this to be universal. So indoor, outdoor, track, or trail. Indoor, outdoor, track, or trail. I'm almost writing the copy myself. Just no treadmills. Because we want the human connection. All right, 7. Which personas must the demo show? I think the only one we really care about is the runners, right? Let's just do the runners and the host. And the club host for this MVP. 8. Auth for MVP, fake login, or fully open. Oh. This is just an MVP. Fake the login, please. We're not gonna have a database where you just set up auth or anything. We don't need that. Must have pages for the video demo. My default list, landing/marketing. I don't really think we need that. City or global season leaderboard. Skip the landing. Actually, no. You know what? That's not a good decision. We kind of want to start getting some data. If we were to present this to runners, to present this to aspiring runners, we would want to already get feedback on how they feel about it. Is it inviting? So we'll leave that in. Athlete profile, sign up for an event, mock pay, host, create race center times. I'm just going to say yes. Yes, those sound great. Number 10, anything you do not want. Nothing comes to mind at the moment. 11, individual ranking, raw finish time only. But then we talk about age groups after. What maps to the Hyrox system the best? Because I don't know. Age groups, 5-year, 10-year, open only, or skip age group for MVP. Let's go with 5-year groups. No, let's do 10-year. 10-year age groups. 13. For this demo, let's assume men, women only. 14 club standings. How to score a club? That's a great question. How do we compare clubs? Sum of top end finishers, points for place, average of club members, best single night. Interesting. I'm not sure. And we're running out of time. We got to move faster than this. How many more questions do we have? Not that many. 34 questions. Okay, we got to go faster. Yeah, let's just go with A. 15 season, best N of M races. Cumulative points. Cumulative points, please. I don't even think we're going to have time to demo that. Can the same time from Denver to Dublin sit on one table only if course distance matches? See my concerns about elevation above. If they're running track based courses, yes. 17. Seed cities clubs, Denver, Dublin, Austin. Those examples sound great. 18. How many sample races, nights of history for... let's just generate 1 month. Just to have some data in there. Any real club names? Oh. Go fully fictional. Don't violate any copyrights. 20. Sell the physical kit or pure software league. Pure software. Please. 21. Results. Entry method for host demo. Man, this is a lot of thinking about the presentation of the product here. Results entry method for host demo. Let's just go with C. 22. Live leaderboard during a race or results appear overnight. Let's just go overnight. Sure. 24. Mock stripe style checkout or just register. $8. 25. Stack preference. Yeah, A is great. 26. Styling tailwind. Yeah, tailwind is fine. 27. In-memory local storage adjacency file. Yes, please. 28. Yeah, dark athletic. 29. Confirm. 30. Target demo length. Yes. 90 seconds is good. Whoops. No! Cancel. Oh no. Oh no. 30, 31. Closer to Hyrox, because that's the prompt. 32. Mention? No. Don't mention. Competitors. 33. Anything from the last Starbury challenge builder should match. Nope. And 34. Repo name. You can change the folder to circuit, please. Be sure to use as many sub agents as you need. Go. Okay, 4 minutes, 46 seconds before we hit 25 minutes on this challenge. Unfortunately, my camera battery is flashing at me that it's going to die, unfortunately. But let's see if Grok can pull this off. I think I took too long reading through the questions that Grok was asking. I could have been typing a lot faster. I feel like we used the right amount of time to review the prompt, to look at the email, read through the data. I'm still trying to figure out the cadence of how to film these particular challenges. This is only the second attempt. On my other screen, I can see Grok has already renamed the folder, has already started creating files. We've got JSON files going in, config. So laying the groundwork, doing the scaffolding. And now I think it's gonna spawn. Yep, I need to build the full app. So hopefully it starts spawning subagents in a second here before we run out of battery. Scaffold is ready. Full circuit app in parallel. Core lib files first, then components, then pages. I might spawn a subagent for C data generation while I write core logic. So may or may not spawn a subagent. That's okay. We're only at 1 minute and 49 seconds of build time so far. We shall see. We shall see. Very excited. Using Grok Build for these challenges has been amazing. The rumor is, it's straight from Elon's X account, is that Grok 4.6 should be getting released either this coming week, the week that you're watching this, or next week. Hopefully it comes very soon. Now I need to create the seed data, a substantial file, then storage, context, components, and pages. I wonder if Grok can pull this off. My original concept for these videos was to see if we could do these challenges in 30 minutes or less. But so I set the timer to 25 minutes just to give me a little bit of time at the beginning for a preamble. So if we go into 5 minutes of overtime, I won't call this a failure yet, only because I had the timer set to 25 minutes. So I'm excited to see what we get here. I think this is pretty awesome. This is the kind of product that I would use. I would sign up for this. I would join I would join Circuit. I am a potential customer of Circuit. I'll start if we deploy this on Vercel and actually get this up and running. I could start hosting in my town. No problem. Waiting for response. Now create the context provider and UI components, then all pages. So in the folder, Grok has created an agents.md and a claude.md, readme.md. I'll go through those later off camera. And we're done. Unfortunately, with the extra 5 minutes, we do have to declare this challenge a failure. We were not able to get this done in 30 minutes or less, but takes a bit of the pressure off now, and we can take a look at what happened. So it looks like at some point here, as we're scrolling through this, Grok had the plan to deploy on Vercel, which would have been really good, would have looked great, but wasn't the spec that we asked for. So it looks like a bunch of time was spent going back over the plan. So we should have, yeah, okay, dev server, localhost, perfect. Let's pull that up. What? Oh, 3,000. Awesome. Okay. What shipped? Rules locked from your answer. 90-second demo path. Investor video. Landing. League story plus elevation model. Demo login. Maya. Races. Ridgeline night. Track 5K challenge. Register $8. Login Jordan as a host. Open. August open or finish shoot. Publish overnight results. Leaderboard. Club table. Individuals. Global times. Toggle. Run later. Reset demo anytime from the login page. All right, let's see what we got. The Race League for local run clubs. Cities that are live. 6 clubs racing. July finishers 184. 1 month of circuit nights. Just like we asked for. How it works. Okay. Because of the time constraint, I didn't ask Grok to answer my questions or to go over my questions again. So that's fine. Circuit adjusted time. Oh, interesting. So it created its own solution for that. Oh, by breaking them out, by making different categories. Flat track, less than 8, I guess, meters of elevation change per kilometer. Interesting. Mountain, more than 30 meters per kilometer. Cool. Club standings, Ridgeline is in the lead. Liffey Loop Club. Interesting. Capital Circuit Marathon. Start demo login. Let's log in as Maya. So here's the races that Maya can sign up for. $8 gets you into the race, and then you can go to that club and participate in the race. Let's go try this one. $5, cap of 60, flat, registered field. That'd be cool to be able to see your friends' profiles, running profiles. It's an interesting idea. I like that a lot. Let's register. Registered, $8 club keeps for. Back to race. Year registered. Very, very cool. Log out. Go back over here. Let's do login as the club host. So here's the races that the host already has figured out. Finish shoot. Interesting. Record finishes race night. Publish overnight. Oh, wow. Record finish. Interesting. I wonder if there would be any sense in having this done automatically, where you have an app, the Circuit Race League app, so that everyone just using their phone tracks their completion of the circuit. I wonder. Maybe hosts have a little, I don't know, NFC card that they get. So as soon as you get to the finish line, you go tap your phone. The app gets the reading from the NFC, or I don't know, something like that. Just putting ideas out there. There we go. The field is complete. Let's publish the results. Now here's the official results. The splits between that club scoring versus Plains Temple Collective. So Ridgeline Run beat them. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Create a race night. Awesome. Really, really cool. A little bit of overlap in the design of this page to our challenge last week, but I think that's kind of to be expected. The thing that I do like about the design, though, is that it's still clean. It's consistent with the one from last week, but it's not making any kind of weird choices that would make the web page feel awkward. And then having it designed in this way really lends itself to mobile application development. It'd be really, really easy with the way this is laid out to turn this into a mobile app. No problem. So that's the demo for Circuit, for the Race League. And yeah, really, really cool. Really, really cool. I love this idea. If you're interested in taking this to the next level, interested in seeing what happens, taking this from just running locally on my machine to putting it on Vercel, actually seeing if we can get any traction whatsoever, if there's any interest in this product whatsoever, please be sure to either follow on X or hit subscribe on YouTube. If you like the video, please hit the like button and comment below if this is something you'd be interested in. Could definitely get this going. Probably won't be able to call it Circuit. Gonna have to come up with a different name, something where the domain is available. But I love this idea. Super, super exciting. So thank you so much for joining me for this video. Unfortunately, our second attempt at the Startup Idea Challenge was a failure, but I think Grok took the time to make a great demo for us, and it looks really, really good. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. We will see you in the next one.